Hello everyone. Today I am going to take the topic on instructional objectives as learning outcomes desired by all. At first, the learning outcomes are specific statements of what students should know and be able to do as a result of learning, said by Morris and Murray at 2005. First, we move into instructional objectives. It describes the expected objectives of the particular what the learners be able to do after following instructions. Then the learning objectives. There is a pie chart, the learning outcomes, change students' attitude, change to collaborate learning, modes of meaning, combination of words and visuals like that. Next we move into learning outcomes. Learning outcomes are broad statement of what is achieved and assessed at the end of the course of study. It is called learning outcomes. Differences between learning outcomes and instructional objectives can be recognized. Learning outcomes is a set of approaches or intuitive and user-friendly. It can learning in assessment. Learning outcomes are broad statement are all usually designed around framework of 8 to 12 higher order outcomes. The authentic integrations and interactions, clinical practice of knowledge, skills and attitude and the artificiality of spreading these. Learning outcomes represent of what is achieved and assessed at the end of the course of study. A design down approach encourages ownership of the outcomes by teachers and students. Then we move into the next slide, the learning outcomes. Learning outcomes are statements of the knowledge, skill and abilities individual students should possess and can demonstrate upon completions of the learning experience or sequence of learning experience. If we move into that list of learning outcomes, these are all the list of learning outcomes. First, it should be specific and well defined, should be realistic, should be rely on active verbs in the future tense, should be framed in terms of the program instead of the specific classes that the program offers. There should be sufficient number of learners in the upcomings. First, we move into learning outcomes should be specific and well defined. When developing list of students' learning outcomes, it is important that statements be specific and well defined. It is clear and concise. Demonstrate and produce are known as the result of program curriculum. They should also include the greatest number of possible alternatives so that they can be measured. They give the for examples. Learning outcomes should be realistic. It is main important points sure that outcomes are attainable. They should also be in line within what is being taught. Next, learning outcomes should be rely on active verbs in the future tense. It is important that outcomes be stated in the future tense in terms of what students should be able to do as a result of instruction. Latest terms that will be difficult to quantity and also to quantify what does it mean to have an appreciate of something. Next, it should be specific classes that the program offers. For example, the learning outcomes, students completing chemistry should be able to do the result of the program. Next, we should the program between 3 to 5 learning outcomes in assessment plan. The moral the things, the simple should be not simple and not the learning process and curriculum. Curriculum which means the competency based curriculum focused on the learners demonstrating mastery with knowledge, skills and attitude. Thank you.